back to my channel. So today what I'm doing is the next video in my series of Dollywood tips and tricks, and that is the top must-do things for families or for people with young children, for a parent with maybe two small children, which is what I was dealing with on the day whenever I went, or also it could be with someone who has older people in their party. I don't like it. I mean, I've rode it and I like thrill rides. I absolutely feel like I'm in danger riding it, and so I do not like it. If you like a for real thrill, like you think you're going to die, then ride it. They've had to shut it down multiple times because of it getting too fast. So I don't like it, and I don't suggest people to ride it, but like if you're really into like that kind of thing, if you're really into really high intense ones, you will like it. Okay, families or people with young children or with older people. Okay, so number 10 is the little acorns. So this is in the new area. It is not what it's actually called. I don't exactly know what it's exactly called, but it is the little acorns. It goes up and it spins around. 3 people can sit in an acorn, which makes it great if you have multiple children and you're by yourself, or if you have like a grandparent who wants to ride with you or something like that. So number 10, acorns, very, very good. Number 9 is the Wings of America show. Now, I know they do have lots of shows, and a lot of kids are not really into shows of singing and stuff like that. The Wings of America is the bird show that brings out all the different birds of prey, and especially the eagle, of course. And at the very end, you can give $1 to Friar Tuck, which will take your money and put it into a donation box, and that is super cute. A great photo op if you wanted to get a picture with that. Happens quick though, so be aware. But really, really good show, especially if you've never seen it before. The bees. Now this is in the little bitty area where they have like the little ducks and little pigs and the bees, and that's for probably kids under 5. But the bees are still quite fun even for a little bit older kids, because it's kind of like the elephant ride, like where you go up and down, but they don't choose when to go up and down. It just automatically goes up and down. And if you're worried about your kids falling out, they have like a seat belt that goes across here and across the lap. So it's really, really good. So that's why the bees and the pigs and the ducks are fun too, but they don't go up and down. They just go around in a circle, so they're not as fun. And they do have little steering wheels, and the kids really love that. Number 7 is the kid coaster, which is the Whistle Pump Chaser. One reason why this is good is because once a child gets tall enough, she can actually ride it by herself, which is what is happening with my situation. But adults can ride it with them as well. So Whistle Pump Chaser, really good for kids. And that goes around like 3 times, so it's perfect. Number 6 is Shooting Star. So it's one of those drop rides, but it's actually just like a small drop ride, and it's not just for kids. Adults really like this ride as well. It is a drop, but it is not like the drop line, which is like super, super tall, that goes way, way up, and then it like really hurts your stomach. No, it just goes up, I don't know, 2 or 3 stories, and then it drops you, and then it's great. So just enough to get a little bit of a stomach drop, but not much. So I definitely recommend the Shooting Star. Number 5 is again a new ride from their new area, which is the Black Bear Trail. And that's where you ride like on a horse, but it's on a bear, and you kind of rock back and forth, and you can ride with a younger child. So if they're over 42, I think, then they can ride by themselves. And then if they're under 42, but over 36, then you can ride with them. Unfortunately, Blakely's too little for that at this point, but Caitlin was able to still ride by herself, so that's still a good option. Number 4 would of course be a splash pad. It is not, I mean, it is an attraction, but it's not like you ride or anything. It's really nice with the creeks and the rocks and the sprays. The kids have a great time. Be aware they're probably gonna get hurt because it is actual rocks. I mean, the rocks don't move, but like still just rocks and concrete and water make they're gonna fall, get hurt. So if you don't want your kid to get there and get hurt, then just don't let them do it. But usually it's not too bad because everything is centered down. There's also a musical area, and there's great little shaded places for adults to sit and wait and watch, or you can wade in your feet in the water as well. I usually wear Tevas when I go to any kind of park like this, and it's perfect so I can go get my feet wet while I watch the littlest one, and the bigger one can play. And there's only one entrance and exit, which I do like, which makes it where you don't have to worry so much about your kids leaving. The Carousel. Carousel's good for everyone. If you don't want to go up and down, there's even benches. And you can stand right next to your kid and let them ride. You put a little seatbelt around them if they're not big enough to probably hold on by yourself. Number 2 is the Gunn Raceway. That's where you have the little old cars and you can drive around. You can ride together. It's supposed to be 2 to a car, but sometimes they'll let you go 3 to a car. But again, once they're tall enough, like 42 inches, they can drive a car by themselves. And number 1, the train. The train goes around the entire park, all the way up to construction. It's about a 30-minute ride. Gets a really pretty mountain view. It's really just awesome. So some honorable mentions. Fire Chaser Express is a really great family coaster, but I was going with 2 little kids. I couldn't ride that because a person has to ride with one of the children. So there has to be an adult with each child. So like if you have more kids and you have adults, Fire Chaser Express is going to be hard for you to make happen. Same thing with the Amazing Flying Elephants. You have to have an adult with each child. Then there's these really pretty blue and red and white things that go up in the air. Same thing, adult with a child. You could also do Lemon Twist. That's something you can do with like little kids. I don't really like those. Those are kind of like the teacups. They just make you sick. The Scrambler, you have to have an adult and a child. The Swings, an adult and a child. So those are still, bumper cars, adult and a child. So there's lots of other options if you have equal amounts of parents to equal amounts of kids. But if you don't have that happening, sometimes that can be kind of challenging. But all of these, on these 10 that you could do, or at least one of your kids can do while you wait with the other one. And it's not a problem for them to say ride by themselves, or you guys all ride together. And all of these rides, these 10, are definitely calm enough where my 85-year-old grandmother could also ride it with us. So that is my top 10 for families with either older people with them or with younger. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please comment down below what your favorite ride is for families. Again, my favorite ride is the train. Shh, it's okay. So thank you for watching my videos. Remember to like and subscribe. God bless the adventures, and see you next time. Bye.